a lot of elements of election law and the way that we structure elections tend to drive politics toward the center and crowd out or sort of bleach out what might be more bold or radical policy proposals. I don't mean to make the sort of 2000 Ralph Nader argument that there are no differences between the Republicans and the Democrats. There are important differences given the options that we have. But given the universe of policy possibilities, there are many issues on which neither party is making especially bold or innovative proposals that deviate from a sort of very standard, accepted mode of politics and policy. Take healthcare as one example. We think of the Democrats and Republicans as being at great loggerheads about healthcare. But if you look at the policy statements of Obama and McCain right now, basically, at least the rhetoric and policy statements, let's say, there's agreement that everybody should be insured. There is agreement that basically insurance should work on roughly the model we have now, private insurance companies being the insurance providers. A more, let us say, radical left proposal would be and is a single payer system where the government really takes over insurance. A more radical right proposal would be something along the lines of much more severe privatization, no real governmental safety net at all to sort of ensure that everybody is insured. And those are radically different proposals that would take healthcare in very different directions. But even though we have nominally what we think of as a quite liberal Democratic presidential candidate and a, in most respects, quite conservative Republican presidential candidate, neither of them is anywhere near that either of those sorts of more outlier proposals. Now, maybe that's because those outlier proposals are unwise or fanciful, but I don't even think the state of our political discourse is vital enough right now to make that judgment with any confidence, because we don't have within government, within Congress, within the presidential election right now, people floating those sorts of proposals in any serious way and saying to the major party candidates, hey, and to the major parties in general, take this on, try this on for size and tell me why this doesn't work, and tell me if there's anything about this more unusual proposal that might be of value. Because in the past, the only reason that those, or at least the necessary way that those proposals in fact did get any sort of airing, was that somebody was out there challenging the major parties and challenging political orthodoxy and saying, hey, try this. And some of those things caught on, and I think, in my humble opinion, we're better off for it. So that's a big part of what isn't happening right now that I think should be happening.